Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update, sponsored by Tax Network USA, America's #1 choice for tax resolution. Please go to tnusa.com/bill or call 800-245-6000. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It's Thursday, September 12th, 2024. Here's what's happening today in America. Debate ratings, mail fraud, Timberlake plea, and Campbell Soup no longer. That's all coming up. Then Bill's going to be here with your message of the day. But first, 60 million people watched the debate on Tuesday. The most recent Biden-Trump debate was 51 million people. The first Biden-Trump debate back in 2020 was 73 million people. Even Reuters, which is as biased as David Muir, admitted the debate wasn't enough for Kamala. Reuters had a 10-person focus group of people who were undecided going into the debate. 6 said they would vote for Trump, and 3 said they would back Harris. 1 was still undecided. Reuters said although the sample size was small, the results suggest that Harris might need to provide more detailed policy proposals to win over voters who have yet to make up their minds. It's 2020 all over again. Last week, it was the DOJ coming out warning everyone about Russian interference in the election with misinformation. And now state and local officials from almost half the states have written a letter to the Postal Service worried about ongoing issues with election mail delivery and how this could risk disenfranchising voters. State officials say that these ballots could be marked as undeliverable even if the voter hasn't moved. And when that is then sent back to the election office, it could trigger a process that may lead to the voter being labeled as inactive and require them to take extra steps to verify their address. And these states find this process too burdensome. Justin Timberlake has reached a deal for his driving while intoxicated case in the Hamptons. He'll appear in Sag Harbor Village Court on Friday, plead guilty, pay a fine. The police officer who arrested him said he didn't know who he was. Justin Timberlake muttered under his breath, "This is going to ruin the tour." And the police officer said, "What tour?" And Justin said, "The world tour." I'm going to start saying that whenever something doesn't go as planned. Oh, this is going to ruin the tour. Campbell Soup is changing their name. It's been Campbell Soup for 155 years. And now they're just changing it to Campbell's because they own a lot more than just soup. They own Prego spaghetti sauce and Goldfish crackers. They just spent $2.7 billion to buy the company that makes Reilly's pasta sauce. Many brands have shortened their name recently. It's now just Dunkin'. Krispy Kreme Donuts dropped the donuts. Domino's Pizza dropped the pizza. And Starbucks used to be known as Starbucks Coffee, Tea, and Spices. And now all their stores don't have a name on it at all. I'm Mike Slater from the podcast Politics by Faith. Bill O'Reilly has your message of the day. Next.
If you own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles and have an auto warranty about to expire or have no warranty at all, listen up. Car Shield has a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that's now available to the public. Save on out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. So please call Car Shield now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. 800-925-7584 for a free quote. This protection plan is at an all-time low in price. Drivers who activate the vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. So please call for your free quote, 800-925-7584, 800-925-7584. Hey, what do you have to lose? 800-925-7584. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Thursday, here is a recap of Tuesday's debate. I know you've heard a lot of bloviating about it, but I don't come at it from an ideological point of view. I'm basically a tactician. I do debates for a living. I've done it for a long time. So nobody won the debate on its merits. You had one candidate, Vice President Harris, who simply refuses to answer any specific questions. If you watch my television broadcast on No Spin News, I just ran down 7 or 8 times she was asked a direct question. She dodged them all. I mean, I'll just give you one example. A lot of people say, Madam Vice President, that they're worse off now than they were 4 years ago. Why do you reply? And she doesn't reply at all. I mean, another one. Would you have any restrictions against abortion at all? Dodges completely. How can you say somebody won a debate when they won't answer the questions? You can't. Now, Donald Trump did win the first 30 minutes of the debate because his record of achievement is much stronger than Harris's, and there's no doubt about that. But then he descends into Haitian migrants eating dogs and cats based on nothing, relitigates the 2020 election. Americans are tired of hearing it. That doesn't get him one vote. If you want to talk to the choir, you're not going to win the election. Both sides are too close. You need to persuade people who don't know who to vote for. And I don't think either candidate achieved that on Tuesday. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Now let's go to the mail. Thomas Burke, Clearwater, Florida. What happened to Trump in the debate? He was terrible and outmatched by a lady who was very well prepared. I see it differently. I don't think she was very well prepared. I just think she didn't want to answer anything and started BSing. You know, it's not a hard thing to do. That's not being well prepared. Rusty Morse, La Jolla, California. Nice town out there. Harris baited Trump in personal attacks, which made a mistake of reacting to. Neither candidate answered questions. Rather, they immediately redirected their comments to different and rambling commentary. I would have liked more precision from Donald Trump last night. I don't have any expectation that Kamala Harris will ever answer a question. Todd Marble, Schenectady, New York. Pains me to say this, but people watching the debate are going to look at Kamala and compare her to Biden's performance and conclude she's presidential. Yeah, maybe the dimmer of the people. Maybe. She didn't hurt herself. I'll grant you that. Donald Nace, Lakeland, Florida. I'm a U.S. vet. Was ashamed listening to all the nonsense being said between them both. These are the candidates the American people must choose to be our next leader. What say you? I say that's the way the system is. That's what I say. All right? I can't vote for Kamala Harris. I don't ever do that, by the way, but I can't because I know what's going to happen. I knew what was going to happen when Biden got elected, and it all happened. I mean, call me clairvoyant. Bill Henderson, Peachtree City, Georgia. Donald Trump is a chaotic thinker, can't deliver concise statistical blows to an easy target. Kamala Harris delivers the same tired lies that have been ducked many times. I don't know about chaotic thinker. Trump can get very laser focused when he's making a deal, but he's certainly not disciplined in the public arena. I think that's fair. In a moment, something you might not know. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 60 years ago today, one of the greatest actors in history became a household name because of a movie, a low-budget film made in Europe. That man is Clint Eastwood. Here is his story. Born May 31st, 1930, Clint spent his childhood in San Francisco. After graduating high school, he worked as a logger, farmer, truck driver. He was drafted into the Army in 1950, stationed in California, where he taught swimming on the side. After being discharged 3 years later, Eastwood became a car mechanic in L.A. The 23-year-old often worked for famous actors. One Hollywood executive spotted him and urged Clint to audition for roles at Universal Studios. He did and was signed. He soon appeared in low-budget monster flicks like Revenge of the Creature and Tarantula. Clint Eastwood transformed into a movie star in the 1960s, appearing in popular spaghetti westerns, A Fistful of Dollars, A Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. After the debut of Dirty Harry in 1971, Eastwood became the highest-grossing actor on the planet. In addition, Clint was elected the mayor of a small California town in 1986, Carmel. But he spent a lot of time in Hollywood turning his attention to directing. His movie Unforgiven won the Oscar for Best Picture and Best Director, Eastwood himself. In total, Clint has starred in 83 movies, directed 39, won 5 Academy Awards, 5 Golden Globes. And here's something else you might not know. The 94-year-old still lives in the Carmel, California area, and he is still in the filmmaking arena. His next movie, a courtroom thriller titled Juror Number 2, is set to be released next year. When recently asked if he will ever retire, Clint Eastwood told People magazine, quote, "The reason I don't quit is because I get to learn something new every day. That's what keeps you alive," unquote. They may be words to live by. Back after this. Is your finance software not cutting it? Check out Ramp. Ramp is the corporate card and spend management software designed to help you save time and money. Ramp gives finance teams unprecedented control and insight into expenses. With Ramp, you're able to issue cards to every employee with limits and restrictions and automate expense reporting so you can stop wasting time at the end of every month. Ramp is very easy to use, saves you money whether you have 5 or 5,000 employees. Businesses save an average of 5% the first year. Right now, you can get $250 when you join Ramp. Just go to ramp.com/no-spin. Ramp.com/no-spin. Please note, cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members FDIC, terms and conditions apply. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.